Yo, the Kank is working. The Kank is working. The Kank is working. Y'all run the likes all the way up. We need all of that, honey. Okay. I need y'all to share. Like. If y'all enjoy the Kane guy here on these Sky Reeks entertaining you, bringing you the news, the humor, the tea, the everything, then you got to support the Kane in return in every way. Support is supporting. Okay. So run the likes up. Share. The donation links are in the description box. All things, honey. Sounds off. Hype this video up. All right, what's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Monday, baby. We are hitting the ground running. It is a very messy Monday. Y'all got me working harder than Candace Owens post MAGA, okay? Run the likes all the way up. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary, because the Kang is in fact Kangin. So whether you part of the replay gang, active with me in real time, or you are an old nasty piece of bush, baby, please swing and bang on that like feature. If you enjoy everything that Kane does here, you can always donate to the platform at $Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/Consciouztv. That's conscious with the Z on the end, spelled the same way how it is here on the channel. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below, as well as at the bottom of this live stream going from right to left in red and white. Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, your dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you, in fact, lay the link. Just let them whores know the real out live and in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to the Dean who says that I was a raggedy content creator supporter initially from Chasing LA, but I'm here to let Conscious know to keep being great. Well, thank you. What's going on, everybody? All right, y'all. So, baby, I don't make the news. I'm just a commentator, okay? I don't put out the news. I don't create the news. I just respond and give my opinion to the news, all right? DJ Vlad, as you guys know, got it going on this Monday. We were live earlier to get into a tweet that he sent out that has now gone viral, okay? DJ Vlad, also known as the internet's best saltine op, okay? Best saltine informant, cosplaying as an interviewer. All right, cosplaying as a social media personality. All right, as a podcast host. He put out this morning this tweet here. It looks like Nicki Minaj dumped her no-good ass husband, Kenneth Baldhead Petty. According to the ex-offender registry, he's now living in a tiny 800 square foot trap house in Jamaica, Queens, New York, instead of the $20 million Hidden Hills mansion that Nicki owns. The rumor is that he got another bitch pregnant, but that's not confirmed. Is this the greatest bag fumble of all motherfucking time? So then we had to speculate about all of this crap. You guys know that Kenneth Petty raped the woman by the name of Jennifer Huff. Shout out to her, who he's currently in litigation with. They are talking settlements because Jennifer, his 1994 rape victim and survivor, sued him and his Nicki Minaj, but Jennifer's attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who is retiring, girl, because he's tired of clout chasing and taking so many goddamn L's, was representing her, and he dropped the ball on a technicality that forced Jenna to withdraw her suit against Nicki, but her suit against Kenneth has remained. She sued them both for gang stalking, for intimidation, coercion. Her claim is that this couple reached out to her, initially having their goons reach out to her to basically have her retract her claims against Kenneth so that that could eventually lead to him getting off the registry, because Nicki was tired of having her privacy evaded, because everywhere they live, he has to register that address as a domicile because of the stipulations of his S3x registry probation situation with the government. All right. Now they're in settlements. The case is still being dragged out. There are no new updates. The last court hearing was basically about them talking settlement. Jennifer is going to walk away with a bag. However, they're playing court games right now, especially at a time where seemingly Nicki Minaj is broke as hell. She's not the filthy, rich Illuminati member that she used to be, which is why she's cramped up Trump's pussy. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to revisit the storyline arc because it may have a lot to do with what's going on right now too, okay? So why did I even say all that? I said all that to say what exactly? Because that was going somewhere. Anywho, okay, so we had to get into, girl, what's going on? Are they divorcing? The registry, back to the registry. So initially, Kenneth Petty was registering out in California because that's where him and Nicki domicile. That's where all the process servers have served Nicki Minaj at the 50 billion damn lawsuit should have been caught up in. But people noticed that the New York registry information is now set forth in Jamaica, Queens, New York, where Kenneth criminal ass is from. Okay, this then led to speculation that maybe she has kicked him out. There are rumors that she's tossing his shit over the balcony, girl. She got his shit on the curbside along with Kenya Moore spa equipment. It's move out day. Then Vlad is claiming that maybe allegedly Kenneth Petty got somebody else pregnant. Wouldn't really be shocking since Kenneth Petty has a bunch of delinquent children. Y'all only know about Papa Bear, but apparently this man got several other children, which may be why Nicki Minaj never married this man in the States and never legitimized their marriage. She may have had a ceremony like Yandy and Mendices did, but she did not submit that paperwork with her John Hancock, because had she done so, just like in the Yandy's case, she would have been responsible too for this man's probation, his reparations, also any child support that also would have bled over into her finances. She would have taken on all of his debt. So it would have been a smart business move on her part to not legitimately marry this man. She only socially married this man in the States. And as of today, there is still no marriage license to prove her marriage in the States. And trust me, baby, people have looked. I have even looked, okay? There is no marriage license on file to this day. It is as just non-existent as her damn immigration status is, okay? Maybe she got a gold card, okay, for her marriage too, right? Now the gag about it is, if you can't even marry the man professionally, administratively, that would beg the question of why even marry his motherfucking ass at all, right? Why a high-powered ass, self-made, well, I can't even call her self-made because she wore Lil' Kim skins for 15 years as her damn own, like a goddamn sociopathic lunatic. But nonetheless, a wealthy, rich like Nicki Minaj, who have her pick of the litter. Why would you pick a blood from New York with multiple delinquent children who doesn't own anything but a pack of gum and an illegal firearm. Out of all the men you could have, Nas, Little Weezy, who's effing the baby, please say the motherfucking baby. Okay, Ashton Kutcher. I mean, she could have been somewhere sitting with a half-decent ninja, just like Beyonce and or Rihanna. Why in the hell would you choose Miss Kenneth Petty? Okay, she literally plucked his ass out of a damn turkey drive. Redbone, who was Kenneth Petty's previous lover before Nicki Minaj ran off to the hills with his ass, said that girl, he went to that damn turkey drive and she ain't seen her nigga since. Okay, it was that goddamn deep. Not to mention that there are rumors on the internet that Nicki Minaj is also a victim of Kenny, that he beat her underneath a Toyota Camry, that he also has allegedly, this is according to everybody else, bitch, so don't send me no motherfucking paperwork. I'm just a goddamn messenger. According to everybody else, okay, according to those who live in the New York bureaus, also said that she's allegedly been SA'd by him. I don't know if that's to be true or not, girl. It's all type of rumors that Kenneth Petty also actually violated a handicapped woman. I mean, it's mess on top of mess on top of mess on top of mess on top of mess. So why in the hell would Miss Nicki, the queen of rap, who then became the queen of rape, apparently, child, marry Kenneth Petty, unless in her twisted, demented ass mind, because you know she's got an obsession with offenders. Okay, she loved her some Trump, the king of the Epstein files. She supported her brother who raped his 12-year-old stepdaughter in front of her own little brother. Okay, Nicki Minaj paid his legal tab $500,000. She supported him with and wrote in a character witness letter to the judge asking for her disgusting, perverted brother to have a lenient sentence. To hell with the 12-year-old who was violated and the little brother who was traumatized from watching his 12-year-old sister be violated by their stepdad. To hell with them, right? Please be lenient on my twisted, disgusting, demonstrative ass brother. Then you guys know she teamed up real big, real bad with Tekashi 6ix9ine, who also was sued civilly and found liable for essaying a teenage girl. Then you know she's got this obsession with this alternative persona by the name of Roman, who is apparently some damn Russian piper figure, some child murdering figure out in, girl, it is a mess. So is Kenneth Petty for her the physical material personification of Roman? When she looks at Kenneth, it's like, oh my God, welcome home, Roman. Take your medication, Roman. Your medication, Roman. You'll be okay. And isn't the whole Roman song now? Don't we have a whole different view, y'all, of Roman's revenge? Take your medication, Roman. You'll be okay. I just had a light bulb moment. If Nicki is talking about some alternate aspect of her own consciousness that she's come to name Roman, think about the rumor or Trasha Coochie K last year when she was out here defending Nicki hard, and she claimed that a bunch of doctors tried to diagnose Nicki as schizo, as bipolar. Nicki was feeling like it was a setup, that Todd and Rock Nation came down there together and colluded together on her with. Then remember Cardi B's rumors that Kenneth Petty was keeping Nicki Minaj drugged up while swiping her black card and stealing all of her coin and all of her money, that she needs to go to rehab. Then you got the songs like Pills and Potions and songs like Higher Than a Kite of her talking about being on heroin and in Tokyo with the Kokio. It seems like she's definitely communicating and talking about some part of herself that she has disassociated with, but that she has not forgotten. Roman does seem to be Nicki's disassociative personality, which seems to be the very much so traumatized a part of her, the hateful part of her, the sick part of her, the mentally ill part of her. The whole situation is crazy and diabolical, and there are so many moving parts here, girl. I guarantee you there's going to be a surviving Nicki Minaj documentary that's going to come out at some point, girl. And just like they did that Lifetime documentary of surviving R. Kelly, or surviving the Pied Piper, or surviving He Who Thought He Could Fly, or whatever the hell he is today, girl. And they was making all these connections between his crimes and his behavior and the symbolism in his music and art. A lot of that same shit is the case for Nicki Minaj too, girl. It's literally all sitting there in plain motherfucking sight. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So DJ Vlad had put out this tweet here, led to conversations, all right? Then, boom, okay? There are other users who are saying, girl, this is not about a divorce. That nigga is still in California. Nicki Minaj is trying to strategically get Kenneth Petty ass off of the registry, which we always speculated was the case. And we'll get into that in a minute. So a user, and shout out to the street committee, y'all be on y'all job, girl. When y'all see things, send me the motherfucking shit, all right? Send me the shit to my DMs on Consciouztv at Gmail. Get me the motherfucking news, okay? A user on Twitter by the name of Coco Monroe said that y'all sitting up here gagging, thinking that the rapist really moved out and is back in NYC. He is still in California. She used her political connections to evade the ex-offender registry in California, which is illegal, by the way. You know, these people don't mind nothing illegal, child. But whatever. People should know when an ex-offender is in their neighborhood, no matter who it is. Boom. Now shit about to get real interesting. Okay? So, check this. Hold on, how I want to break this down, because there's so many moving parts. I want y'all to have a comprehensive unpacking of this thing. Okay, so remember, he now, according to his registry information, is domiciling in Jamaica, Queens, New York, no longer in California. So technically, it's not illegal. Okay, because sex offenders do not have to registry. They don't have to register nationally. Okay, they can register via state and based upon practically where they work and where they live. Okay, so according to Ms. Googleations, sex offenders are not only listed on the registry where they live. Under the Federal Sex Offender Registry and Notification Act, they are required to register and keep their information current in each jurisdiction where they live, work, or attend school. So it seems to me what has happened is, because apparently Trasha K has stated a while ago that Nicki claimed that she was going to try to buy her another home. Now remember, Jennifer, Kenneth Petty's victim, also claimed that she was gang stalked and they were trying to strong arm her to get her to recant her allegations against Kenneth because Nicki wanted privacy. She wanted discretion. She did not want her address publicly known. Okay? So now it seems as though they're trying to find some loophole where maybe Nicki can have some privacy regarding her domicile, and they're trying to have him register outside of the state of California so that all the focus can be there, okay? Because Kenneth, as long as he has basic paperwork to prove that he receives mail at this address, which he can have any type of little bullshit mail, a phone bill, a cell phone bill, a card note, whatever it may be, come to this address. The motherfucking address look like it belongs to a goddamn a trap house, etc. Girl. He can probably visit there ever so often to pick up his motherfucking mail out of California, baby. So this all apparently is supposed to be strategy. However, but like I said, this is really wild work and really risky work because Kenneth and Nicki present as a married couple. So what the fuck is his parole officer going to think? Because we know damn well that Nicki ain't gonna be living in no goddamn 800 square foot trap house in Jamaica, Queens. I mean, this isn't even an urban house. This isn't even a luxurious community that he's in. He's basically living in a goddamn bodega, okay, in New York. So doesn't that look obviously like fraud in this case? I don't understand how they think they're going to get away with this when they present as a married couple. Obviously, the government is going to assume that Kenneth ass is going to be with his child and be with his AKA wife. Why would Nicki be domiciling in California, but her husband and Papa Bear's father be domiciling in New York? But, you know, once again, a lot of dumbass criminals do not really think long term, okay? They think very impulsively, very much so on the surface level. They don't think shit all the way through. So, you know, these ideas only be good at face value until you get until the feds motherfucking coming, baby, to put you in a click clacker like they did Nicki Minaj when she was over there in Amsterdam with them ounces of marijuana, baby, in her purse. And they threw her ass right in the back of the paddy wagon while she was loud, live, and in motherfucking color on the way to jail, bitch, in Amsterdam. All right? So I'm just don't understand how they think this is going to make sense, because it wouldn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, girl, we're going to explore this narrative that they're trying to evade this whole shit and trying to alley-oop the legal process so that Nicki's current address or the new address for the home she's trying to purchase or looking into having built doesn't have to be registered on the registry either. But technically, sex offenders only have to list and register the address surrounding where they live, work, or attend school. Now, we know that Kenneth Petty doesn't even have a fucking real job, okay? So he could register in New York. He doesn't go to school. He doesn't motherfucking work, aside from being Nicki Minaj's fucking bully and goon. But once again, if they were gonna try to pull this off, wouldn't you at least put Kenneth Petty up in a high-profile neighborhood? I mean, just to make it, like, just to maintain some type of continuity. Wouldn't you just try to make it look realistic as possible? He's had a New York address, bit was living in California, and they sent the marshals to get his ass. See, the last New York address he was using was his parents' home, apparently. Now, why the hell he would put his parents in a lineup like that, I don't motherfucking know. Okay, but this is a criminal, baby. He's apathetic and don't give up. So, there's that. Let's continue to move on. Let's talk about the other reasons why he's in New York, because this may be the real reason why they are strategizing and having him use a New York address again for his registry, because there's a sex offender petition for relief and modification. Corrections law statute code says when an ex-offender can ask to be removed from the registry or change his or her risk level, the way to ask is by filing a motion. After filing a motion, the ex-offender is entitled to a court-appointed attorney if he or she can afford one. After 30 years, a level 2 ex-offender who has not been designated a sexual predator, sexually violent offender, or predicate sex offender can petition a court to be relieved from all registration requirements and be removed from the registry. This petition can be made once every 2 years, starting 30 years after the first registration. Guess what, you guys? Kenneth Petty is a level 2 ex-offender. And guess what? His 30 years are technically up. And guess what? Yes, certain ex-offenders in New York, where he now all of a sudden is registering an address to, can petition to be removed from the registry or have their risk level modified under correction statute I just named. Generally, level 2 offenders, not deemed sexually violent predators, can petition for removal after 30 years, while in practice, many level 1 offenders are removed after 20 years. Level 2 removal. A level 2 offender who is not a designated sexual predator, sexually violent offender, or predicate ex-offender can petition the courts to be removed from the registry after 30 years of registration. After the initial 30-year period, this petition can be filed once every 2 years. A registered ex-offender can petition the sentencing court to reduce their risk level from level 2 to level 1 once per year. My God, today. So this seems to be the real reason, girl. Baby, Nicki and Kenneth's lawyers are on their shit, girl. His 30 years are up. He's registering now to his home state of Jamaica, Queens, New York. And baby, he's ready to be a spring-free bird out in that motherfucker. And technically, he hasn't had any other incidences around sexual violation in those 30 years. So things may be looking rather motherfucking good for Mr. Kenneth as it relates to getting off of that damn registry. This is what the play is. Now, to just ensure some extra insurance and to have some added authority behind what's already on the books regarding an ex-offender being able to be free from the registry after 30 years is, of course, her political affiliation. So this may also largely be behind why Nicki is selling out immigrants, selling out the Black community, selling out the LGBT community by lining up with Trump, who is king of the castle right now, because she's looking for some political authority behind this registry issue, just in case they try to give Kenneth a hard motherfucking time, okay? Because it's only a request and a petition. And while many offenders do get off the registry after 30 years with no other incidences within that 30-year period, some don't for whatever reason. It's really going to be up to said tribunal and committee. So Nicki is making sure, baby, being the male-centered deviant that she is, to also center herself politically a certain way so that she can have some authority in her back pocket to help ensure that everything is cleared. And obviously, she's going to give her political homies the same rundown that she has tried to give the social media. Oh, that Kenneth Petty was only 16 years old at the time. He was railroaded. He couldn't afford a proper legal team. He had to take what was offered to him. He didn't understand the law. He pled guilty, blah, 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 which we all know is bullshit because I broke the story here on the Consciouztv platform. I showed you guys all of the paperwork. This thing with Jennifer and Kenneth goes way beyond just an allegation. Jennifer also had a great kit done on the same day she was actually assaulted by Kenneth Petty in his then trap house in Jamaica, Queens. Her great kit came back positive. Okay. Spermicide, his spermicide was found on her clothing, etc. She was able to also describe the room that she was assaulted in great detail. The investigators had pictures of Kenneth's bedroom in order to corroborate Jennifer's description of the bedroom on top of the great kit, etc. I also posted his interrogation video on my channel, which you can find here. And he also lied to the investigators about them being in a relationship. The way he tried to play down the relationship, he didn't even know her goddamn last name. It was a whole motherfucking mess, okay? So He did that crime, and he pled guilty because he was damn guilty. And he went on to commit more goddamn crimes, like killing another man in cold damn daylight, and cold daylight, in broad of daylight. And on top of that, since he's been with Nicki, he's went on to commit motherfucking crimes, like be around other delinquent, non-GED ass gun carrying criminals that led his ass to being on probation for 180 goddamn days and 40 days and 40 goddamn nights. Okay, he was outside of the VMAs when Nicki hosted a few years ago, threatening Offset. That landed his ass in parole violation. His ass done lied to the parole board and not filed his address accordingly, girl. So the man has continued to be a nuisance. Now, this may be why Nicki also is aligning herself politically with the Trump administration, because she knows that Kenneth isn't like the most ideal offender, even though technically his 30 years is up and he can technically petition the tribunal and the council for his freedom. But because he has been on bad behavior, even though it wasn't for actually violating nobody, nonetheless, he's breached parole. He's had to be sentenced. He's had legal problems as of recently. These are all things that a committee may take into consideration and say, yeah, nah, you haven't demonstrated enough consistency for us to believe, girl, that you are still not a tangible threat that the general public needs to be aware of, okay? Especially since your violations are recent, okay? That doesn't even probably make sense to a committee, because at this point, you're married to a high-profile celebrity bitch. You got all the money in the world now. It should be easy for you to sit your ass down and to enjoy the fruit of your wife's labor. So you don't have any excuse to be in any damn trouble. You don't have any excuse to be around the wrong people and to be making gang threats and to be waving illegal firearms, etc., girl. So what is really the tea here? So these are all things that may hick him up, okay, and give him some pushback from a tribunal. Nicki knows this. She knows she's with an idiot. She knows she's with an incel. She knows she's with a goddamn dummy. And unfortunately, like all melanated ass women, she's willing to pick up the slack, really to do everything in her power, goddamn, to protect her little piece of motherfucking man. And she's willing to risk her career, risk what she built off of the shoulders of Lil' Kim, risk what, you know, she swam over into this country on a banana boat on to manifest, all behind a nigga who didn't think enough to make enough of his own motherfucking life independently. Okay? Talk about being male fucking centered and male goddamn identified. I can maybe see if Kenneth Petty was some billionaire ass CEO, you know, a rags to riches, a criminal to hero pipeline story, someone who added objectively to Minaj's economy, her well-being. The man can't even attend a teacher-parent conference without having to Skype it the fuck in. They got to put his ass on the goddamn Jumbotron, okay? Because he's on the damn registry and can't even be around other goddamn children and minors and people of a certain goddamn age. But here it is, girl. Okay, she's forging ahead to do what she needs to do just in case that damn tribunal gives her ninja some smoke and some issues. Okay, so y'all are saying, okay, so somebody in the chat said that Kenneth Petty is a level 3. That's not what the internet is saying. He is a level 2. Everywhere. So where are y'all getting he's a level 3? Where are y'all getting that he's a level 3? Because Kenneth Petty was convicted of first-degree attempted rape in April 1995 in New York. He served approximately 4. He's a registered Oh, I thought I had put this in. Where's Kenneth Petty at? Kenneth Petty. Hold on, I didn't put this shit in here. Let me see something. What level S3x offender is Kenneth? Yeah, he's a level 2. I don't know who said he's a level 3. He's not a level 3. He's a level 2. Kenneth Petty, the husband of Nicki Minaj, is a level 2 registered S3x offender, which classifies him as a moderate risk of a repeat offense. This classification stems from his 1995 conviction in New York. As of early 2020, Petty is registered as an ex-offender in California. You guys already know that. The conviction relates to a 1994 incident involving a 16-year-old girl. That would be Jennifer, who he's in litigation with right now. In 2022, he was sentenced to home detention and probation for failing to register as an ex offender in California after moving there in 2019. And this is the crazy part about it, is that I don't know what's going on in Jennifer's case, but what I do know is that all the shit that they have tried to do, aka Nicki and Kenneth, as it relates to trying to co-wangle the system, get around the system, and all these weird ass ways, all this shit only substantiates Jennifer's allegations and lawsuit against both Nicki Minaj and Kenneth, because her claim, and this was before all of this backdooring they tried to do to the system, her claim is that they contacted her because Nicki wanted Kenneth off the registry, therefore wanted her to recant her allegations, and they would pay her $500,000, however so much of money, so that he could be free and they can have some discretion around their living situation. And then a few years after that, all this bullshit started happening with Kenneth not wanting to register, etc. I haven't looked into detail into Jennifer's suit against Kenneth, but as far as I'm concerned, all of this is circumstantial evidence to support Jennifer's claims. All of this supports her allegations against both Nicki and Kenneth Petty. And I know that, you know, litigating is very hard, and Tyrone Blackburn was not the lawyer for anybody to hire because he's been sanctioned so much. He's known to try to strong arm celebrities and intentionally pursue high profile cases, and he ends up being detrimental as an attorney to any person he's defending. So I hate that this is who jumped on the bandwagon for Jennifer, because if she had had a more of a competent attorney, not a Tyrone Blackburn, but a real thorough 4.5, 5-star law firm that would have gotten involved in her fucking case, baby, Jennifer could be a rich ass bitch to fucking day, because all of her claims have been circumstantially validated regarding all the behavior that happened after her own claims regarding these people trying to backdoor the legal system. But let's say that he is a level 3, which he's not. He's a level 2, not a level 3. This is worse. A modification for a registered ex-offender can petition the sentencing court or the court which made the determination regarding the level for an order downwardly modifying his or her risk level. This petition can be made once per year. The petition should say which new level is being requested and the reasons why the change should be granted. For example, a level 3 XEX offender might ask the court to change to level 2 because there have been no new sexual offenses for many years, and or the ex-offender has been in treatment, and or the risk level keeping the ex-offender from getting a job or housing. So what, and matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think that him being on the registry at a level 2 was actually a part of his plea deal for the 1994 actual assault. That was the plea deal, is you'll serve this amount of time, which really was only a handful of time. There's only a scoop of time in prison. He only did 4 years. And you're registered as a level 2 ex-offender for the rest of your life. Boom, 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 boom. He took it. He was guilty any goddamn way. He should have got the whole goddamn book thrown at his motherfucking ass. Okay? What's going on, Neo? Not ex-Barb throwing tomatoes. Okay. T God says it was. All right, cool. Yeah, because I'm saying If I wasn't mistaken, I think that was actually a part of the damn plea deal. Okay, wait a minute. Shout out to my baby mama kid. My baby father is working today, baby. Baby mother keeping the king paid today, baby. Shout out to my baby mother kid for the old dancing piece of child support check. Thank you, baby mother. Honey, she making the king rich on today. You guys know all donation information is in the description box below. Baby, the king is motherfucking working for you all. You can show love and support for the platform by please thumbing up. This helps to unthaw the algorithm. It helps to boost the notification system. Subscribe if you're new here so that you can type in real time in the chat, because subscriber only is always on, and or you can support the motherfucking channel by donating to Cash App and or PayPal. $ Cash App on Cash App, paypal.me/Consciouztv on PayPal, etc. Or StreamYard is $100. Software costs. All this shit costs money. So you guys have multiple ways to support the king. I love you all. So, ciao. This is a whole hot, frigidy mess. So, Nicki is aligning and willing to portray other illegal DEI immigrants for the sake of trying to get her man off the registry. She's willing to throw away the Black community, the LGBT community, who are the predominant consumers of her music, all to stand behind a registered ex-offender and an murderer. My God, to fucking day. Okay? But his registry information has changed from California to now New York. That is all strategy, because that nigga trying to get his ass off of that registry, and Nicki is triangulating, baby, and getting these politicians in her back pocket so that she has some pressure to add in case this committee that's responsible for reviewing his case, now that 30 years is up, in case they give him some trouble, she can apply some pressure. Now, the crazy part about it is that New York is very Democratic. Their mayor is a Democrat child, and I'm not sure that's how that's going to go, because Trump cannot pardon Kenneth, because these are state charges. These are not federal charges. Both Kenneth and Nicki's brother have state charges against them. The mayor can pardon both Kenneth and pardon. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Y'all run the likes all the way up. Share, share, share. Because, woo, child, this is a mess. Okay, nope. Not even a mayor. A mayor cannot pardon someone off the SEX registry. SEX offender registry removal is governed by state law and court systems, typically requiring a judge's order or a governor's pardon. Okay, that's who I meant. I meant the governor, not the goddamn mayor. Okay, so the mayor can pardon. I mean, not the mayor. The governor can pardon Kenneth and pardon her brother, but cannot. Oh my fucking God. I haven't even thought about this until now, you guys. Nicki's political affiliations may be a killing of two birds with one stone. Nicki isn't centering herself the way she is just for the sake of Kenneth. That bitch also is probably trying to center herself for her brother's sake as well. And this bitch is pressing the motherfucking gas, bitch. She is flooring it. She not only wants Kenneth ass off the registry, she wants her brother, bitch, out of prison right now. She wants his ass pardoned. Now, both her brother and Kenneth, once again, are sentenced in New York. Nicki probably isn't a big... Hold on, let me see. Let me see here real quick. Oh my God, this is a mess. Oh, hold on. Them Democratic politicians in New York, girl, I'm sure that that they're not real big fans of Nicki. So, baby, it's definitely going to be a tough crowd. Yep, New York is a blue state. So Nicki knows that she's going up against a beast of a machine right now. Nobody's a fan of MAGA, certainly not the fucking Dems. New York being a Dem state, girl, they're probably not going to get too far. And this is probably going to be the biggest hiccup that Kenneth Petty is going to fucking have, trying to get off that registry, even though his 30 years qualified him to request to be off the registry. Okay? It's because nobody is a big fan of his wife from the fucking left. Okay? So that's going to be a mess. So this is going to be an epic political battle. We're going to see how this really plays the fuck out. This is crazy. It is wild to see a big titty bitch like Nicki Minaj go this hard for a criminal nigga who doesn't even add to her economics nor her social equity. She's been largely blacklisted and blackballed because of who the fuck she married, right? But I don't feel sorry for Nicki. Kenneth Petty was a dumbass move. It's suppressed her goddamn career. All she's got left is half of her fan base. And I say half, girl, because she lost a big chunk of their ass because of her political affiliations after already shaving off a good chunk of their ass because of her love life affiliations. So now she's left with a piece of the barbs, girl. And look, this was the same chick who said that, you know, boys should be boys. Well, you know what, Nicki? A flat ass should be a flat ass as well, okay? So don't get a BBL, okay? Let your flat ass be your flat ass, okay? Let whatever God made you be whatever God made you. See, I hate that we don't know how to practice what the hell we preach, okay? I hate how we don't know how to apply the standards in which we, enforce for everybody else, okay? You want trans folk to be the biological gender, the biological sex. They are, but baby, you didn't want them titties to stay in A cup, and you didn't want that ass to stay in pancake mode, okay? Baby, you did what the hell you had to do to upgrade it. My God, today. Let's wrap this up. Okay, let's move on through, girl, because Nicki got other legal fucking issues. There's a lawsuit that we reported on way back when, and this lawsuit is heating back up. You guys know that Nicki just got out of a lawsuit. She was about to lose her $20 million mansion, girl. It's about to be auctioned the fuck off to pay a default judgment against her by a arena security guard who Kenneth Petty assaulted and beat up backstage. That man was entitled to $500,000 in punitive damages, attorney fees, hospital bills, etc. Nicki and Kenneth both ran from the lawsuit, never responded to the lawsuit. That man was able to go in and start garnishing her wages, etc., collecting through retaining her assets, which in this case was her property and her home. Nicki paid off the judgment at the very motherfucking last minute. But there's another lawsuit against her by another goddamn person in her orbit for assault that she's evading. Let's get to TMZ, girl, because the Queen of Grape got it going. Zorn. Nicki Minaj's ex-assistant to rapper company. Stop playing games in battery battle. Nicki Minaj's ex-assistant is asking a judge to sanction the rapper for failing to turn over potential evidence in their court battle, TMZ has learned. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Brandon Garrett, who worked for Nicki in 2024, claimed that she got physical with him. He said that Nicki called him into her dressing room at a Detroit show. Brandon alleged that Nicki became enraged with him. Quote, "Are you effing crazy? Having him pick up my prescription?" Whoop! Remember, we had a whole conversation about this. She was mad because this man didn't have time to do all the things that he had been enlisted to do. Therefore, he had some other subordinate go and pick up Nicki Minaj's prescription from CVS, Walgreens, girl. And everybody was talking about what the fuck these pills were for. What were these pills and potions for? Was it to treat the bipolarism and the schizophrenia that Trisha K claimed the doctors were trying to falsely diagnose Nicki with? Baby, huh? What were the pills, baby? Was it Prozac? Was it mood altering psychedelics? What was the tea? Okay? Have you lost your effing mind? And if my husband were here, see, this is her bully. Her husband's the same motherfucking reason why she had a $500,000 judgment that almost costed her goddamn house on her. This is her motherfucking bully. If my husband were here, he would knock your effing teeth. Brandon said Nicki told him backstage, quote, "You're a dead man walking. You just effed up your whole life and you will never be anyone. I'll make sure of it." So the bitch who talking about being blackballed is in the business of gatekeeping and blackballing other motherfucking people. Brandon claimed that Nicki then attacked him by hitting him in the face. He claims he suffered physical injuries and emotional trauma. In his new filing, Brandon says that he asked Nicki's company, Pink Personality Inc., to answer a bunch of questions he believes are relevant to the case. Brandon claims that Nicki has repeatedly delayed and submitted sham responses to obstruct the case from moving forward. He's asking the court to order Nicki to cough up thousands in sanctions as a result of her alleged actions. At the time of the lawsuit was filed, Nicki's then attorney, Judd Bernstein, said, quote, "At this time, no complaint has been served upon Nicki, and therefore we are unaware of the specific allegations. However, if the lawsuit is as reported by TMZ, it is completely false and frivolous. We are confident that the matter brought by this ex-assistant will be resolved swiftly in Nicki's favor." Well, y'all didn't receive no paperwork, but in court litigating the goddamn case, make it fucking sense. So, girl, another defendant, another plaintiff, alleging that this lady done been a part of some type of a assault upon them. This also is in proxy to her criminal ass husband. Kenneth Petty, girl, is in another legal brawl trying to drag this goddamn suit out, etc. because Nicki is broke. She ain't making no music. She knows nobody don't want to see her. This is why she ain't put out her album a few months ago, because this is a bad time for her. But she's willing to sacrifice her album, sacrifice her legacy, sacrifice her coin just to help Kenneth Petty the fuck out. And he can't even guard her against Ra Ali allegedly running off with her goddamn checkings and savings account, baby. Okay? I don't understand the obsession, but I do understand the obsession that Nicki has with Kenneth, because deep down, Nicki ass want to be seen as a scary bitch, as a mob wife, and by her nigga being a real life blood and a real life criminal, she's trying to get her street code. She's trying to get her street code equity up because she really likes the fantasy of being some mob ass, scary Brooklyn, Queens, Jamaican ass, Trinidadian ass bitch who can put hits on people. She loves all of the pseudo power that comes from an allure like that. Okay, and that's what appeals to her and attracts her the most to Kenneth Petty ass. Just so fucking toxic, okay? But the nigga is costing her more than anything else. There are people right now who got petitions up to kick both Kenny and Nicki ass out of their fucking neighborhoods because they don't want these damn ex-offenders there. This is a mess, child. So these are all things that are going on with Onika, baby. I got to get out of here. Y'all tell me what the fuck y'all think about all the things that are going on, girl. The Queen of Grape cannot catch a motherfucking break. This is a whole hot ass motherfucking mess. You know, she got by on the hair, on her chinny chin, or her wiggity wig, baby, when her damn Uber was a little bit late, girl, for that damn Trump correspondence dinner that could have had a damn bullet grazing the nape of her goddamn neck, baby. Okay, so she better thank her damn Illuminati gods, honey. Y'all know, as I said, baby, she better make sure that that nigga that came to blow Trump head off wasn't hired by Kenneth Petty, girl, to take her ass out. Because if separation and divorce is true, then hey, she might have a hit on her ass the way that Redbone got slaughtered almost to death. Okay, when she came for Kenneth goddamn Petty. So What's going on here? We really don't know. There could be trouble in paradise. There's been trouble in paradise in the past when it came to Nicki and Kenneth Petty. People saying that he was living out of a goddamn Red Roof Inn and a Motel 6 prior to this New York address on the Registry girl. It could be a strategy to get Kenneth's ass off the registry. Maybe two things can be true at the same time. Maybe there is trouble in paradise. They are separated right now, but Kenneth is forging ahead independently to get off that goddamn registry. Okay? So two things can be true at once. I'm going to keep you guys posted. We're going to continue to unpack the things here. You guys, please give me an old nasty piece of thumbs up. Share. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed yourself, you can always send some coin to the Cash App and or to the PayPal. All information is in the description box below. I love you guys long time. See you guys later. Peace.